If you're like us, then you love secret tunnels, secret tunnels. And believe it or not, there was a man so rich and in such trouble with the law that many of his incredible mansions were outfitted with secret tunnels. Most were installed and used as escape routes if the feds ever caught on to his illegal activities. Today we are talking about the notorious El Chapo and his many magnificent manors with tremendous tunnels. And we'll also spend some time talking about what else he spent his fantastic fortune on, which in 2016 was estimated to be around $3 billion. Wow, that's a lot of cash. Stick around and don't scurry off. Joaquin Guzman Loera is the full name of the notorious criminal and drug lord El Chapo. His career in crime spanned over 30 years, where he acted as the head of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the largest criminal organizations in the world. He was arrested in 2014 in a joint United States and Mexican operation, but authorities had been chasing him for over a decade. While it is extremely hard to pinpoint exactly how much money El Chapo had, many estimates put his net worth at $3 billion. And get this, Forbes even included him on their annual billionaires list, no less than 4 times. Yeah, El Chapo was rich. But we mentioned he was able to evade the feds for just about 10 years. So how did he manage that? Well, that, my friend, brings us to the subject of today's video. El Chapo was known for owning a slew of expensive homes and cars, and he made sure they were perfectly outfitted for daring escapes. His homes had, you guessed it, secret tunnels. And his vehicles? Many times he had them stashed away in the tunnels for speedy getaways. He also may have had them upgraded with some custom armor plating, which, as you can imagine, was not a cheap endeavor. So with all these wild means of getting away unseen, what do we actually know about the secret tunnels? Arguably the most famous secret tunnel was attached to El Chapo's incredible mansion in Culiacan, the capital of Sinaloa State, which is located on Mexico's west coast. This tunnel is particularly well known because it was the very escape route that he used in 2014 to evade the feds. All you had to do to find the tunnel was look beneath the home's bathtub. But current public records actually don't state if the tunnel is still there or not. This home had a dining room, living room, 2 bedrooms, a garden in the front, and of course, a garage. The total value for the property is $200,000. And while that may not sound like much, in Sinaloa's real estate market, you can bet it is. In fact, while they may not be as extravagant as this mansion, El Chapo actually owned a total of 6 houses in Culiacan alone. We say they aren't as extravagant because, well, most of them are middle-class properties, but get this. They each came fitted with a hydraulic system located under the bathtub that allowed for easy access to municipal sewage tunnels, which El Chapo could use to escape. The man knew he always needed to have a secret getaway, just in case. Now, you may be wondering just what happens to houses like these when their owner is, well, a notorious kingpin and also just happens to be arrested. Check this out. The Mexican government recently released that they will be holding a mega raffle with 22 prizes and a total value of $12.5 million. And it will include not 1, but 2 of El Chapo's incredible properties. President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador has stated that this raffle is meant to get the money back into the hands of the people. He was quoted as saying, "All of the money raised is going to be delivered to the people and help to buy vaccines and medicines and to give away some scholarships." He said this at his morning press conference, which took place on May 27th. One of the prizes will be El Chapo's 10,000 square foot estate located in Tlalpan. The value of the estate is a whopping $4 million. Hey, if you can get over the fact that its previous owner had a, shall we say, questionable history with the law, then it sounds like winning this estate would be a one-way ticket to the good life. Oh, and one more of El Chapo's estates you might be interested in actually isn't a house or mansion at all. If you head on down to Mazatlan, which is the premier tourist beach in the area, you will find where El Chapo also owned an apartment in the Miramar apartment complex. This is actually the last location he was before he was finally captured in 2014. Today, the apartment is owned by the Mexican government, and it's currently a tourist attraction. But El Chapo's history with secret tunnels doesn't stop with his homes. Oh no, in fact, this next story will surely leave your jaw on the floor because if you didn't know already, El Chapo actually escaped from prison in 2014, and he did so by means of a secret tunnel located in his prison cell. Man, this guy just loves his secret tunnels, huh? After learning how to make some of the most effective escape tunnels in his private homes, which eventually started to utilize elevators, rail systems, ventilation systems, and other advanced machinery so he could effectively smuggle illegal substances, El Chapo was perfectly suited to create one of the most expensive escape routes ever conceived. The start of his tunnel began in his prison cell, underneath his security camera, where it was well out of view. This fact has led many authorities to believe that El Chapo certainly must have had some men on the inside helping him out on his daring escape. A 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet hole in the shower floor led to a 32-foot ladder, which in turn led to a mile-long tunnel measuring 5.5 feet high and 2 feet 7 inches wide. A rail system was installed, as well as ventilation, and a motorcycle was fitted on the rails for a quick escape. Where did the tunnel lead? To an abandoned home filled with old construction materials. Authorities believe that construction of this tunnel, as well as the bribes needed to get men on the inside, amounted to $50 million of El Chapo's money. But it seems the money was worth it. To quote Jim Dinkins, former head of investigation for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, "Look, the boss, El Chapo, is in prison. You're not going to bring the B squad. You're going to bring in the A team, and you're going to bring in your best tunnelers. You're going to bring in your best engineer and your best crew, with one objective: you get the boss out." Well, we know that El Chapo spent his fortune on homes, and certainly he spent it on constructing secret tunnels. But what else did the man spend his $3 billion on? El Chapo owned a pair of yachts, a fleet of Lear jets, and he even owned a private zoo with tigers, crocodiles, and panthers inside. He was also an avid car collector. Mexico's Special Investigation Unit for Organized Crime, or SIDO, seized more than 40 vehicles from his car collection when he was captured. A few of the standouts include a Dodge Charger police car clone worth approximately $75,000, a Dodge Challenger SRT worth $59,570, a C6 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, which goes for a cool $119,995. But if it's the convertible model, that price jumps to $123,995. He also had a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG worth $156,450 and a Dodge Viper priced at $90,000. El Chapo also owned a rather unique set of armored vehicles that included a Nissan Frontier and a Volkswagen Jetta. Normally, both cars go for around $28,000, but adding an armor upgrade to cars like these can go for as much as $90,000. Now that's one expensive family sedan. We'll see you next time, right here on The Richest.